Right, do you know what? I thought I would come back. I thought I would cut out all the bits. I thought rather than don't do it on camera, I thought I'd do it on camera. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, just to show you, and look how well they go with each other, these two kits. This is from the Keepsake Memoirs, and this is from your chai tea caddy. I'll get there in the end. But if you look, they are so similar. They really, you wouldn't know that they wouldn't go with each other. They're really, they really do marry up well. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to come back and just show you, I mean, you know, what I've done. I thought also you can now, because you remember I said we need to make a little opening, a little pulley for our barrel to open the lid. Well, I thought, you know what, you could use this, because you know you stick this part onto your, sorry if you can hear my son, he's obviously, it's his computer time, always computer time when it's my craft time, but excuse me if you can hear him. You could use this as a pulley if you wanted to. It's going to fit on the barrel, but when you cut out your inner bits for these, for the nut looking parts for it, you get this inside, you get the octagons. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to use those rather than cut something else out. So I've done exactly the same. Can you see that? I've done exactly the same to make our little handle for the top of the box with the hexagon. You know, I thought rather than waste them and rather than go and cut them out, but just to let you know, you could use this if you wanted to. If you wanted to carry on using all these lovely, the filigree type bits, the intricate bits, you could use that little tiny circle as a pulley on the lid. Right, let's go ahead and just decorate this box, because it's going to look so pretty. And you know what I thought I am going to use it for? Well, I'm going to make, I said to you in the other tutorial that I was going to make some more. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to use this one. I am going to do one for a little sort of bingo type thing at Christmas. But I thought, you know what, I'll do that one. I'll make an actual Christmassy one, you know, with Christmas, decorate it with sort of Christmas papers. So, you know, we've got a little bingo to play at the table at Christmas, because I thought that would be really fun. But do you know what? I'm actually going to use this for affirmations. I thought this would be really lovely. All you would have to do, now you could even use your, isn't that pretty? Look at that. It just marries up so well, doesn't it? I thought, you know what, you know in the memoirs, you get the little tiny square pieces where you would put your card in. Well, you could use those, cut those out, and then you would fold them, so you would write your affirmations on them. So I don't know, sometimes people, I think it's nice sometimes when you get up in the morning and you have these kind of like positive affirmations, you know, I don't know, you know, you get like the Dalai Lama, don't you, who does lots of different affirmations. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a look on the internet and I'm going to print off some different affirmations and I'm going to fold them up. I mean, you could do one for a week, you could do it for a month. Then every day when you get up, you can keep it beside your bed, turn it round, you know, do a little Tombola type turn, and then you can pick out your affirmations, can't you, in the morning? How lovely is that? So that is what I'm going to use this one for. I thought, yes, let's use it for that. So yes, I'm quite excited about this idea, and it really does. I think these sets just marry up so perfectly. I really still can't believe that these sets have married up so well with each other with very little extra work. We only had to do 2 bits, didn't we? We had to do 2 tiny bits. Now, I will say with these, I'm decorating this as it's on. You could probably take these off and, you know, decorate the box separately, but I thought, oh, you know what, I'll decorate it while it's on here, because it's not that difficult to do. We can level it up quite easily here. It's not going to affect the box at all. But you do get obviously the little tiny, can you see these bits where it would have fit on the tea caddy? So it's sort of not uniformed at each end. But if it's really bothering you, then all you would have to do is cut some lovely little flowers out, right? Or anything you wanted, cut them out and just stick them over the top. So you've got some little flowers, you know. I don't need to tell you what to do to decorate. You could go to town with these. But I just thought I would come back and just show you the decorating. And obviously I'll photograph this. I also used, when you cut out your the Keepsake memoir piece, you know, you're cutting out these side bits, well, you do get left with two pieces. When you cut out the side bits to reinforce them, you do get left with two pieces. Now, rather than waste these bits, just as I'm showing you, you know, you get these two bits left over, rather than waste them, cut them down, which is what I've done with this one, and stick it in the bottom. And that has given a really nice stable reinforcement to the bottom, because it needed, I think it needed that little bit of reinforcement. Plus as well, you're going to be turning this and turning this. So don't waste those two bits. Cut them out. I'll show you the second piece that I'm going to put in, and just slide them in the bottom, right? Slide them in the bottom. And then you've got your reinforcement. And plus as well, you can use that. I mean, you could even decorate it. I was looking, I'm not sure. You might have to cut it down because you don't want it interfering with the sides at all. But you could, I hope no, I haven't stuck that. Remember as well that you're sticking these, or make sure these pieces are all the same way round, because otherwise it's going to look odd if you've got one up one way and one up the other, if you're not going to hide them, okay? If you're not hiding them. Where's our opening? Right, so this is our opening. Just turn that around. I'm going to stick the handle on, you see, and you're really going to need the handle again to dry. But yes, you don't waste those two bits, okay? Please don't waste them. Don't think, oh, we've got these two extra bits at the end, because they really will reinforce your bottom. Now let's just take that out, and then we can just push that in. Now I actually put tape on mine, and you won't need to do that, because if you watch the tutorial from the beginning, just make sure that when you're putting it together, the side that you're leaving open, you're not going to put tape on it. I mean, I'm not worried too much, this is for me. But if you're gifting them, then obviously that's going to make a difference. Right, so I am just going to pop this, I'm going to glue it on, and again, you're going to have to make sure you really put a lot of glue on that, because that's going to be opened and closed and opened and closed all the time. So I'm just going to roughly find the middle, and then I'm going to pop my tab down. So yes, you know, okay, I actually like that. I think that looks really pretty. I'm just looking at that on camera and it matches perfectly. But you can, if you want to, you can use this instead, the round lid, the round part for this on here. It will fit, and you can use that. You can also cut down little, if you just cut a couple of these and just cut them down in half and just cut it down a little bit less, you can probably even get some, I'll even try before I photograph it to even put some little bits in there like you have on the other one. But I'm just having to put this in like that for the minute because I'm not using that until it dries. Right, so last couple of bits going on, and then I'll just show you the bit. But doesn't that look so cute? I really love this idea. You know, I don't know if anybody has ever come up with using this and doing their own measurements for a tombola. I always say it, I was out of crafting for a good while, a good 3 years. So it is possible that somebody may have already done this. They would have had to have used their own measurements, but I don't think anybody's done this using the chai tea caddy. And I'm just really impressed that they fit perfectly. I love it when an idea like this comes together and there's very little, you know, readjustments. We only had 2 readjustments for this. And it's really worked, hasn't it? It's really worked. Right, we're nearly done. I just want to just show you how you can just reinforce that bottom part. I mean, it's like, I'm sure you don't really need to know. I'm sure you'll all work it out, especially if you've used it before. Right, it's probably, I'm just thinking it's probably best to come down this way because I can see it a bit more. That's better. Just make sure that I'm getting that straight. And then we're nearly done. Yes, I thought, oh, why not? Might as well come back. I thought I can't cut all the pieces out. I thought, oh, I'll come back and I'll show you. I don't know why I've got wonky bits here, but I think it's because I used glue, and you know what, I could have actually flattened them. Oh, it's my tape as well as useless. Useless tape. So let's go in with the glue. I thought this tape, you know what, this one was a bit old, this tape that I used. So that's why. So we'll have to just reinforce that with a bit of glue. That one would be all right for the moment. I'll stick that on afterwards. I just really wanted to have a go. Oh, this is such a beautiful, isn't it lovely? This is the, you know, the first time I have used this Keepsake memoir kit. Oh, how bad is that? And we're going back, aren't we, ladies and gents, a few years now. We are going back a few years because it's been a while since they were released. And I'm sure I bought them on release date as well. Oh, it's just so shameful not using all these products. But hey ho, I'm using them all now and I'm having such a whale of a time. I really do. I love it when a little project like this comes together. And look at the value for money you're getting now. I mean, if you weren't getting value for money before, where you're using that as a lid, you're now getting even more value for money because you've now got this lovely little tombola. How pretty is that? Look at that, that's so cute. And you wouldn't know, would you? It just marries up so perfectly. Now you wouldn't know that that wasn't supposed to be part of that kit. And look at that. See, now I'm not holding the bottom. Just to show you, this is the 2 pieces that we had. I'll just quickly show you. Cut down on the line, not on the line, there's a little ridge, a little tiny indentation on that side. Cut on that side. This one, cut into the line, and then you should, I think the other one fit perfectly. So I'll just test that. Yes. So all you're going to do, and like I say, it just reinforces that bottom bit. It's giving you a really good bottom. So, you know, these were the bits that the offcuts that we had from the side. So I thought, you know what, let's reinforce the bottom as well. We might as well. We've got them. Let's not waste them. Probably best to take your, there we go. Probably best to take your top tombola out, but I'm not going to. And then we'll just pop that in. See, now look at that. That's just really reinforced your bottom. You've now got, what have we got? This is 300, 900 at the bottom there now, in that bottom part. And let me tell you, that isn't going anywhere. Look at that. Whereas before I had to, even with one hand, you see, whereas before I had to, you know, hold it. Now we haven't got that. Look at that. I love it when an idea comes together now. Am I going to brave it? Oh, I don't want to. It's too wet. Okay, it is too wet, and I'm not going to. I'm going to wait for that to completely stick, but it will work. And your your lip will go in better. Mine is just because I put the tape on there. You won't. Remember what I told you, okay? Just keep one side out. But there we go. How lovely is that? So that now is going to be my affirmation box. That's what I'm using this for, the affirmation. And do you see what I mean? You could still use these. You see the little tiny squares in there, the smallest square. You could use the smallest square to write your affirmation on, then fold it into 4, and then you pop it into your box. I really want to do this. Yes, there you go. I'm terrible for waiting for things to dry, but there you go. So you open up your box, you'll have your little affirmations in there. You can pop them out every day. Maybe pop your affirmations in there, write down what day you've picked them out, and then look at them at the end of the week and see if any of them, you know, see if you've followed any of your affirmations. So that's what this is for. But I'm now going to go away and do a lovely one for Christmas. And yes, so I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Please do, you know, give it a try. Really do. It's really easy. I know I made it look a little bit difficult at first because we had to cut into this hexagon, and you know, it's really not that difficult. Just when you're cutting the hexagon into this part of the hexagon, I think it is best to do it actually with a craft knife, the way I did it, and keep it small. And then if you need to chop tiny bits more off until you can squeeze that on really tightly, do it that way, because it's going to give you real stability. But I'm going to go away now and photograph that. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next tutorial. Take care. Bye.